Further along the coast, to the east of Epidaurus, stood another settlement in ancient days. Survived now by little more than a classical era town, a scattering of nearby modern hamlets, and a collection of Mycenaean chamber tombs. Largely forgotten now. Once, this was one of the most famed places in all the Greek world. This is the city of Troezen. In myth, said to have been founded with the unification of two settlements, Hyperae and Anthea, by an ambitious local power broker, who subsequently named the city after his brother, Troezen. That king's name was Theseus. A son of Pelops, the mighty foundational figure of the Age of Heroes, who gave his name to the entire peninsula of southern Greece. Theseus was renowned far and wide as a wise king. The most pious of the sons of the great Pelops, the most powerful ruler of his time. One day, many years after the foundation of Troezen, one of the primordial kings of Athens, Aegeus, arrived at the city. The so-called Goat Man, who gave his name to the Aegean Sea. He was childless and desperate for heirs of his own. Fulfilling a prophecy given by the gods, he ended up sleeping with Theseus's daughter, Aethra, after a feast. Little did Aegeus know, however, that during the same night, fulfilling a prophecy of her own, Aethra also slept with the sea god Poseidon. When a boy was born the next year, he was hailed by Theseus as a demigod. His grandfather becoming his mentor and guardian. The boy's name was Theseus. When he was a boy, Theseus briefly met the great hero Heracles, who was visiting his grandfather, having just completed his famous 12 labours. Inspired by what he witnessed, and just a small boy at the time, Theseus nevertheless sought to match Heracles in his feats of valour. The hero Bellerophon was also known to have landed his Pegasus at Troezen on one occasion, also seeking the affections of Theseus's daughter, Aethra. Little did Theseus know that before Aegeus had returned back to Athens, he'd left instructions for his sandals and sword to be buried under a massive rock at Troezen. Once Theseus came of age, if he was heroic enough to lift the boulder and retrieve the war gear, he would prove himself as the son of the king of Athens. Finally, when Theseus came of age and retrieved the royal tokens, his mother told him the whole truth of his parentage. Soon enough, Theseus would embark on a journey to reclaim his birthright. To Athens he went. Like Perseus, Cadmus, Heracles, and Bellerophon before him. Theseus would set out to become a great monster slayer. After a number of adventures fighting bandits on the road to Athens, finally, he made it. Aegeus accepted him as his own. Though, of course, Pythias's claims of divine parentage stuck too, making the young man famous across the land. And Theseus's journey was only just beginning. We will hear much more from him and his adventures across the sea to the land of the Minotaur, on the island of Crete and its labyrinthine lair. Though in truth, there is no definitive evidence that any figures named Pythias or Theseus existed at all. At the very least, there is a real Mycenaean Troezen. Located around the plains of Apathaea, in close proximity to its classical successor. No less than 2 elite Bronze Age cemeteries, revealing an important local settlement, containing at least 7 chamber tombs. And there is more. A number of Tholos tombs stand nearby too, the most illustrious of all Mycenaean monuments, by no means found at just any settlement, suggesting the existence of a wealthy ruling class in charge of the southeastern portion of the Saronic Gulf of the Argolid. An acropolis overlooks the tombs too. Could this be the lost citadel of Troezen, where Theseus spent his youth? Though largely unexcavated today. Like many places in Greece, the jagged peak here certainly matches the usual description of a Mycenaean power centre, with buried grave goods nearby, studded with the masonry of bygone years. Just as classical Troezen overlooks this strip of coastal lowlands from its position in the foothills, this hilltop site, with clear remnants of ancient masonry, may well be the original Troezen. Its position looking out at the island of Poros, just over the water, with Aegina even further beyond, both extremely important places in the late Bronze Age, give some hints into the potential power of this location, hinted at by its prominence in legend. Only future excavations will reveal its secrets. Heading through the old backroads to the Saronic Gulf today. Due to the closure of the main highway, it seems an entirely forgotten place, with vast mountains making journeys by land arduous and lengthy even in the modern age. In ancient times, the sea was the road. Aside from the tombs and citadel by Galatas near Troezen, strewn out further along these shores, a number of other citadels can be found too. Mostly forgotten now, abandoned for thousands of years. Yet important settlements in their time, where pirate lords or warrior princes could easily hold a fortress. Places like Iria and Halys having great potential for future archaeological discoveries. Now we must head outside the Argolis to investigate the goings-on of the neighbouring realms. If you enjoyed this brief exploration into the Mycenaean world, here's another 6.5 hours I made earlier, covering the entire rise and fall of that most ancient of Greek civilizations. Just click the link here and it'll take you to my main channel, History Time. Thanks, and see you next time.